All right, so let's do the assembly example. Just I will give you a very introductory, simple assembly model. So you just click start, and on the mechanical design, you have the assembly design workbench. So you just click the assembly design. So you will get the assembly design workbench. So this is the assembly or design platform where you do the assembly. So here you can name the assembly parts. You right click here, properties, and you can name the product. Maybe just call it assembly. Just assembly example. All right. So you just say okay. So you need to put the parts. You need to bring in all the parts which are going to be assembled. So all the components, the parts of the assembly has to be under this assembly, right? So always this assembly has to be active. As you can see, this is the active one. So you just use this one assembly example. So you can go to insert. All right, you can go to insert. You can click existing component, one method. Otherwise, you can right click here. You can right click here, and you go to components, and you do the existing components. Or if you are interested, I mean, it depends on you how easy for you. On this, there is a product list structure here, where you can on this tool, as you can see here, you can move it here. So in this product structure tools, you have these existing components. You can use either of ways. You can bring in the parts. So in my case, let me just right click. So it's good for me. I mean, just how I do. So I just click existing parts. So the first part is, you can put them together, but one by one is normally because it's good. Like you can fix this one. You can fix it. So you can fix it. We will discuss this one later. You can fix and you can bring the others. So I just here components existing, as you can see, one by one. So the second part, I just brought it, as you can see. So you have the two parts to be assembled. So what I'm going to do here is there are two parts here, the shaft, and this one is the rectangular part which has a hole here. So what I'm going to do is I just put this one, this shaft, I want to put it here. I want to assemble it. So one of the important thing here in assembly is you need to, regarding the move individually, to move, to rotate, or to do whatever you want, component by component. You need to use this move tool. So within this move tool, you have this manipulation or manipulator. All right. So you just click here. So you can move the x-axis, I mean along the x. You see, along the x. This is along the x. You can see. Sorry. The x, as you can see, x is this direction, right? You can move to that direction. You see, that's the direction, and we have the z as well. The y is, as you can see, it moves here. It moves like this. And then z, as you can see, it moves up and down, right? Up and down. Okay. You can move. You can manipulate it whatever you want. Okay. So having said this, I think let me just move. Let me move it like up, right? So let me move it up here. What else? So this is one of the things you need to know. On the other hand, you are going to assemble. You are going to start assembling. So what you do is you have this constraint tool. So you can put it here. You can put it. It depends on you how you arrange your assembly workbench window, or this. So we do have like this coincidence constraint. We are going to constrain or make a relationship between the futures, right? So one is the coincidence. Coincidence means we are going to, yeah, they will have the same center, right? Like here, for example. So if you click here, the first thing is I want to make this center and this center coincidence, right? I just click the coincidence, this tool icon, and then I make this, I click the center and center. So what I do is you have on the on the update, this one is update, or you can do Control U. You can use Control U, or you can just click here. So it's updated, right? So the the coincidency of the two parts is already updated, already created. So finally, if you know that you make all this center the same, finally what you do is you need to bring the shaft and put it here, sit it, to let it sit on this top, right? So how do you do that? So how we do that is this base and this surface of the bottom surface of this shaft has to make a contact, right? A contact. So yeah, so you just click here on this, there is a contact constraint. So what you do is on this contact constraint, you just click here on this surface and you just click here. So you already created. So what you do is you just update it. You just update it, as you can see. So finally you have the assembly. Finally you have the assembly. Yeah. What else? We can do further. We will discuss further about the other tools, like here, offset constraint. You can put this part some distance away from the surface you select, right? You can put, and you can use further if you have some kind of cases. Okay. So this is all. This is all about assembly. It's very simple. So in our next discussion, we are going to use the parts I gave you. These are the parts I gave you. So you need to create the assembly, this roller guide assembly here. Yeah, that's all. Okay, thank you.